everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's vlog, we're gonna talk about the challenges that we have as a Filipina and American couple. Stick around. We've been married for 7 months or 8.
Something like that.
Yes. And we have our differences. I'm a Filipina, he's an American, and we have a different culture, totally different culture. We're gonna talk about this because maybe if you are a foreigner that is looking for a relationship with a Filipina, this will be like a heads up. What would you encounter when you have a relationship with a Filipina?
Yeah.
So this is our own experience. So this is our own opinions. So number one is we have problems, not problems,
Not
but
problems,
it's
but
like
yeah.
differences.
Uh-huh.
We have a different approach in time management.
We do, yeah.
Yes, this is like usually our arguments or what causes the irritation and annoyance in our relationship. Let's talk about why is it the time management is our problem. If you have been traveling to the Philippines for a while, you know there's a famous
Filipino time.
Filipino time. So Filipino time is when Filipinos have an appointment and they show up like 2 hours later. Or
Right.
1 hour later or so. So this is a thing, but I'm not really a Filipino time, but I
No.
I am on time mostly, but like on time. But Gio is like 30 minutes on time. So if like we have an
Yeah.
appointment like 2 p.m., he will be ready at 1 p.m. At 1:30, he is already wearing his helmet. He already has phone in his hand and everything that he needs for going out.
Yeah.
While me at 1:30,
Mm-hmm.
I'm still in the bathroom doing my girly thing,
Yep.
preparing what I need to prepare. So that is something that frustrates me. I feel like pressured every time I see you being prepared already.
Yeah. Well, I guess two things. One, I learned in American culture it's considered extremely rude to be late. And I even it was an etiquette class in college, and I remember the teacher had this saying. She goes, "If you're early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late. And if you're late, don't bother showing up." But here, that none of that applies.
Yeah.
Like if there's for example, like a wedding at 2 p.m. in the Philippines, guess what? People are showing up at 2:30.
Yes. And it's normal.
And it's normal, but for
And
us, it's hard to get that. I mean, that's a whole lifetime of
yeah.
having that in our head.
Yeah. But I know Italians have the same mindset with Filipinos.
Yeah, so my parents had that actual
Yeah.
same mentality. They would always be late on everything. They had the very relaxed outlook on life.
Yeah.
But I think when I joined the military, that really, there was no such thing. You can't, for example, like if we had formation in the morning, military formation at 8 a.m., you had to already be lined up and ready in formation at 7:45. So
Wow.
it just got hammered into my head, and I am getting more relaxed. Like I don't really rush as much as I did before. But yeah, sometimes I'm a little,
Yeah. So if you're a foreigner and you're coming here in the Philippines, you're gonna be frustrated if you're someone that is always on the time and wants everything to be on time because there is what we call here Filipino time.
yeah.
So that is something that you need to know.
So you have to adjust yourself because we're not
Yeah.
in the West, so you're here. For example, like if you're meeting a girl on a date and you're
Yeah.
supposed to meet at 6 p.m., well, chances are she may not even she might get out of the shower at 6 p.m. So
Yeah.
you have to be flexible.
So the next challenge that we usually encounter is the food.
Yes.
So we are really bad at grocery shopping because he has an entirely different menu, different
Well, not
kind.
entirely different, but yes, it's Maya's choices are different for sure.
Like for example, if I like to eat like afritada,
Hmm.
like one time I cook afritada. Afritada is there's a different types of afritada. There's a chicken, pork, and I was cooking chicken afritada. Chicken afritada is the one with the tomato sauce
Yeah,
and
yeah.
potatoes and peas and carrots. I was cooking that and Gio didn't like it. So I had to make a different food for him. And sometimes
Hmm.
whenever I ask him what he wants to eat for dinner, he doesn't really know what to eat, but I know what he wants to eat. He wants to eat American food. And sometimes the ingredients for the American food is not available here. You cannot really get it here. Or
Right.
sometimes the American food that he wants to eat is hard to make.
Hmm.
Or like a pasta is very picky with pasta. And
Hmm.
me, I could eat anything like easily. I would like eat vegetables.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is something that we had struggle
I'm
every
de-
week actually.
I'm definitely picky on my pasta. I like it al dente, and
Yeah.
I don't like sweet sauce and all that. But
Yeah.
and I probably am more easygoing and less picky than a lot of we know a lot of foreigners who don't eat any Filipino food. And I have discovered a handful of things that I really like adobo, sinigang, halong. I am starting to like. There's some Korean stuff that I like that Maya likes too. So we're getting better as we go. Like we are discovering, like she's discovering some Western food that she likes. I'm discovering some Filipino food. But yeah, this will probably be the one thing that will affect
Yeah.
most Filipino American or Western couples, I would say.
Most of the Filipinas, they're not used to eating mashed potato all the time.
Right.
Filipinos are very simple. We could eat vegetables, steamed vegetables, dried fish, salted, I mean, fermented fish. You like that, right?
Yeah. It's trial and error. There
Yeah.
are good Filipino foods that some of us will like I said, there's some that I really like now.
Yeah.
There's also Western food that Maya really likes now too.
Like
So,
what?
well, for example, you like like when we go out, you're a big fan of Caesar salad. That's a Western style
Yes, I
food.
like that.
You like the beef shank. That's kind of a Western type of food more.
Yeah.
She likes chili now. She likes when I make the white bean
I
soup
don't like
thing.
the white bean. I only like to eat it because you like to eat it. So
Oh,
I just eat it
now I'm
because you
learning that
eat it.
she's. So I mean, it just takes discussion, and you find out. But this would be one of the
Yeah.
hardest things for
Yeah.
Filipino Western couples for sure.
Yes. The best way to resolve this is if I am craving something Filipino food, I would make it for myself.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I do it. Like if I crave for dried fish, I would cook dried fish.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I would be brave and cook that dried fish in our kitchen, even if he
She.
doesn't like it. I would
Yeah.
stand tall and cook that dried
You'll
fish.
stand tall at 5'1" and do it. I would recommend that you at least try the different stuff. At least try a bite of her different Filipino dishes because you might be surprised. And then opposite, like Maya finds things that she might like. So
Yeah.
it's going to take time and compromise, and sometimes you may just have to cook two meals. It's
Yeah.
just the way it
That's
is.
the way it is. I actually cook 3 meals
I know,
because
yes.
I cook for myself on whatever I like to eat. I'm very easy, like steamed vegetables or fried eggplants.
Yeah.
I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
And I make Gio's meal. He likes the tuna wrap
Mhm.
and beef wrap. Or what else do you like to eat? Some other.
I like some of your Korean dishes that you make, and then
Yeah.
I like some of the Filipino. So
And we also
pizza.
have, sorry. And we also have other person that is very picky in the house, Nora. She's very
Mhm.
picky.
Yeah.
So I cook 3 meals every time. The other thing that you
Mhm.
hate.
I don't know if I hate it, but like if I ask Maya something, she'll do the eyebrow thing. You can give an example, like Like she'll raise her eyebrow one time or sometimes twice, and I still to this day I'm like, are you saying yes? Are you agreeing? Are you saying no? Maybe.
So you mean you
So,
don't do your eyebrows in your country?
no, I mean maybe if you're like upset, you might, you know, we don't do the eyebrow raise thing. Like no, that's not a thing. So it's not a frustration thing. It's or a challenge. It's sometimes maybe not understanding what you're saying. I want a verbal yes, no, or maybe.
How about the pointing of lips?
No, that I've grown to understand. That's pretty obvious. The eyebrow thing is a little more confusing sometimes.
Well, we have a very expressive face.
Yes, they do, which I like though.
So other thing is that frustrates me most is buying things that we don't need. Like we don't need it right away. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe it's just me, but I don't like having too much stuff. I don't like clutter.
Yeah,
I want to buy things that I just need right now.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I would buy again if I need more.
Yeah.
But I've noticed, I don't know if it's American or Western thing, but
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed that you you guys buy in bulk. Like for example,
Yep.
like we need a lip balm. So one lip balm for him and one lip balm for me. And he would like buy like 2 dozens of lip balm. Like, what are you gonna do with 2 dozens of lip balm?
Yeah. Well,
It's not like you're gonna run out of lip balm.
I think what it is we have these big warehouse stores in America, like Costco's and Sam's. If you're American, you know.
Yeah.
And even in the Philippines now, we have Landers and we have SNR where you buy in bulk as well. So instead of buying a little peanut butter, you get like a big one, or it comes with a package of two big ones.
Yeah.
And so I think a lot of us have gotten to that. I don't like to run out of things, so I hate to be like, I like to be able to go into the closet and grab another thing of toothpaste without saying, okay, I got to remember to go to the store and buy it. I like having the
Yeah, but it's not
supply.
like we are in pandemic that you cannot go out and buy them
Never
again.
know. And so it's not, I guess it's not like a big deal for us, but yeah, I buy things in bulk. Sometimes, like I bought a big thing of paper towels, like 24 rolls.
Yeah.
We probably have
I'm
enough paper towels for a year.
yeah. What I'm surprised is you don't stock up canned foods.
No, we probably should.
No, I'm joking. Don't do
I
it.
better order a case of chili or something.
No, please don't. Okay, so that's one thing.
Yeah.
Other thing that
Absolutely.
I found challenging that we have different approach when it comes
Yeah.
to buying
Different
things.
approaches. Yeah.
The sarcasm, you hate it.
No, I like sarcasm, but I think sometimes Filipinos can take it literally. Maya, not so much because she has a good understanding of English and she watches a lot of American shows. For other couples, this may be a challenge because a lot of Filipinos may not have the same command of English as you, and it may not go over so well. So
Yeah,
yeah.
that would be a challenge. Some would take it literally. The other thing that I don't like
Mhm.
is when we go somewhere, like in a beautiful nature, beautiful view, and
Mhm.
I want to take my time. I want to
Moment,
enjoy the
relax.
moment, immerse myself with the nature, and you'd be like rushing. You want to go home or go to the next destination.
Yeah, yeah.
It kind of frustrates me because I don't like rushing. And most Filipinos, when they go somewhere,
Mhm.
like in a waterfall, they always bring food. They
Food and
always
yeah,
go picnic. They would bring food and drinks and
yeah,
spend the entire day
yeah,
sitting and drinking and laughing
yeah, yeah.
and listening to music. That's how Filipinos do.
Right.
But
More relaxed.
and I've noticed when
Mhm.
the Western, when we go somewhere, we don't bring anything. We don't bring anything. We don't carry anything. We just go there and look. Oh, okay, this is nice, and then
Jump in,
we go.
swim, go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we swim
Uh,
and then spend like 10 minutes in the water and then go home. That's
Yeah.
what I've noticed. So it's kind of frustrating that we are here and we should just enjoy and sit and talk and sing and
Could be our
eat.
society is just a very rushed society. We're always on these time constraints, and
Yeah.
I think I explained to you when I was back in the U.S. and you're at a restaurant, they're literally taking a bite of your last bite of your meal,
Yeah.
and the waitress is already dropping your bill off. Thanks for coming. Take your time, but here's the bill. It's like rushing you to get out. And so I don't know if it's just kind of a rush thing. We're always being rushed. So that's definitely something I need to work on, just relax more.
Yeah.
I'm getting better, but
Yeah, like even in
yeah.
eating, you're like eating so fast.
Now that might be a military thing. I was just rushed, but yeah.
Yeah.
Tampo. So tampo basically means almost like the silent treatment.
You say silent treatment. So how would the Filipina act in the temple, doing the silent treatment?
Quiet, not talking to you. They don't want to talk about it. You ask, is something the matter? Nothing.
Nothing. I'm just not talking to you.
Yeah. Nothing's wrong. I think we're a society that wants to talk things out, like right away, like get it out in the open.
Yeah.
And Filipinos are
Different.
different, yeah. So.
I think it's because if you like talk things right away, when you are both in like heated argument, your emotions are
Your
really high.
temperatures, yeah.
Yes, I don't think it's a good idea to talk right away when you are
Calm
angry,
down.
when you are sad, when you are feeling so much
Mm-hmm.
emotion, because you will say the mean things and you will make decisions out of anger. I think you should like collect your thoughts first, think about what is happening, the situation. When you're not angry anymore, when you're calm again, then you can talk it.
Right.
Like,
I agree on some of that. Sometimes tampo becomes to the point of being ridiculous. Like if it's an all day thing,
Yeah.
or you go to bed still not talking. I think that is a huge mistake because then you don't resolve things before you go to sleep. You wake up in the morning and your argument's starting again. I think an hour or two to calm down is okay, acceptable. I totally understand that, but more than that, I think is also a mistake.
I think so too. But like
Yeah.
for us, when we had an argument,
Mm-hmm.
I would tell you to go away. Like go away, give me time.
Sometimes I reverse it and do the tampo too, so it all works out.
Give me time, I would say. And
Yep.
when I'm ready, I would come and talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
And I would be the one apologizing when I realized like it was so silly. So silly to be have to
So
have that
silly.
argument.
So silly.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
maybe give time for Tampo for like 1 or 2 hours, but don't make the mistake that you will give it for like 1 or 2 days
Read
of
a
Tampo.
book, watch a movie, and then come back. You can talk. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I suppose with all our challenges, I think a lot of it is just us getting to know each other. So it's not only the challenges of you getting to know somebody, but you also have the challenges of the different culture and different way you think. So
Yeah.
that's the good thing is everything can be overcome. It's just a matter of you get to know somebody's personality, you get to know their cultural differences. It's just part of the learning experience, I suppose.
Yes.
So,
I have one last question. What advice can you give to foreigners?
mhm.
Number one advice that you can give to the foreigners that they should possess when they started dating a Filipina.
Well, most of us, when we are the ones coming here. It's not them coming over to the West. So I think it lies mainly on us to kind of understand and accept the culture because it's not, we're coming into their country, into their culture. So I think it's really lies more on us. Um, and of course, I think she shouldn't be understanding as well. But I think you have to be more, you have to be open-minded. You got to understand the way things work, and don't just get so upset about being late, just understand this is kind of the way things work.
Yeah.
The food you may not like, but it may be something as simple as you saying, you know what, I love the spaghetti, but do you have to put so much sugar in it? Or instead of, like, for example, there's dishes, food that I didn't like initially, and then I asked Maya, I was like, can you use like chicken instead? And she like changed it, and now I like it. You know what I mean? Like instead of like a lot of times are like leftover parts of the chicken or whatever, and I now Maya changes it up. So I think it's just a matter of communication, accepting, and trying to understand each other. But yeah, I think everything can be overcome
Yeah.
for sure. Just be more open and understanding about
A lot of things.
yeah.
Yeah, for me, I think you should have a lot of patience.
Hmm.
Very important that you you don't get frustrated
Yeah.
easily. Have more patience
Hmm.
because yeah, like what you said, you are in a different country with different
Hmm.
culture, different beliefs.
Right.
So I think you have to be open minded, more accepting
Hmm.
to the culture.
Right. It's just like if you were the one that moved to America, then I probably would expect you more to, okay, you can't do Filipino time here. You have to be early,
Yeah.
and you know you'd have to change your ways, and that's kind of how we have to adapt and change our ways a bit as well. So.
Yeah. Okay, thank you so much, babe, for being here in my channel.
Welcome.
And
I'm always available.
and of course, guys, if you have challenges that you have encountered being married to a Filipina or having a relationship with a Filipina, please share your experience in the comment section down below. And if you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys again soon. Paalam!